Hi. I just started this thing. It's quite new, and to be honest, I wasn't actually going to do it, but kind of like a few days ago, I just came back from jogging with my dog, and I just went into the living room. I lay in my bed, no, the chair, sorry, and then like something just came into my head, and then I was just like, oh, wow, maybe I need to share it with people. So like, you can give me some ideas, like understanding of things, and I just want to share it to people. You know, make people understand, make me understand because me personally, I don't really, it's just something that came into my head, and I was like, oh, and then I started sharing it with my sister and my brother, and then I started sharing with my friends, and they're like, oh yeah, yeah, it makes sense. And then I was just like, okay, let me just make a video and see what people think. So, what came into my head was like, when I was lying in the chair and my dog came and she just sat there, and I was thinking, oh, she's not gonna ever speak to me, is she? Because she was like making all these noises and she's trying to say something to me. I was just like, no matter how long or how hard or how whatever, she's not gonna be able to talk to me like the way I'm talking to you like on the video right now. And I was just like, okay, if that's the case, I went to ask my sister. Oh, this just thing just came to my mind. I asked her, um, do you think what created us could actually come down and tell us that it created us? Because I asked her, oh, can a brick make itself? Or can a radio make itself? Or even if it wanted to make itself, could it actually stand there and actually physically make itself? As in, yes, brick, I'm going to make myself, and it's just going to happen. And I'm going to research and find everything. Yes, I know I need to use cement and all that and all that. But to actually make itself, I don't think that could happen. So then I was just asking myself, can we make ourselves? Because you see all the scientists and everybody are like finding stuff out, and then yes, we have arms, we have legs, we have hair, and all that, and that we have a heart and all that. But if they were to actually make ourselves, would it be the exact same way that the creator made ourselves? And even if the creator was to come down and say, you know what, hey Shen, I made you like this, I put this there and that there, we wouldn't be able to comprehend it because our brain doesn't have that a function to actually say, oh, right, the creator came down and told me you made it like that. We'll probably think, oh, that's impossible. Because even if the creator was to come down and say, oh, I am the creator and I made it like that, you'll be thinking, no, sorry, I don't think so. Like, we wouldn't actually be able to understand that, yes, the creator has just come down and he's telling me that he made me out of sand, or made me out of this, or back at the beginning it was like that, and I wouldn't be able to function it. Like, I wouldn't be able to like say, oh, okay, that's true, wow, yeah, he actually did that. You just be thinking, that's impossible. How the hell did he do that? And that goes with the stuff that let's say I was to make a robot, you know, until I give that robot the ability to understand, or for me to actually show you how I made the robot to the robot is not going to be able to know how it was made, even if it could try do all the research, like yeah, yeah, I was made by wires or technology and all that, to actually start it off. If I never gave that the ability, I don't think you'll be able to start it off. So no matter how much people want to go out there into the world and do the research, I think we do have the ability to know how it was made, because scientists are finding out things like that, like like, because back before today, back in those days. They didn't know anything. They didn't know as much as we know. So yes, there's more for us to know in the few years to come, like 10, 20 years time. We would know way more than we would know before. But to actually say that, yes, I know how it's made, I'm gonna make it, the brain, the heart, and everything exact same way. The same human being is gonna make another same human being without actually, having a baby. Just make it, just make it. I don't think that's gonna happen. If you disagree with me, you can ask, what I'm saying is not for some argument base. Like, I'm just saying it because that's what just came to mind. Loads of stuff came to mind in my mind on that day. And I was just like, oh, let me just share because, I just want to know. Like, I don't think it would actually happen. And then what I was thinking was like, you see, the creator that created us. It's funny how even us in this world have difficulty even understanding each other. I mean, even human beings to human beings, we have different languages, we all have different understandings, we all have different beliefs, we all look different, we all have different emotions, and that's just humans to humans. And then you go further to humans to animals. I mean, there's so much that we could understand about animals. We can communicate in a way, but we cannot communicate how I'm communicating with you guys now. And then the animal will understand fully, be like, yeah, like Wanda will not, even if she did, that would be scary. But Wanda would not come to me, be like, yo, Shen, I want some food in it. She's not going to do that because, there's so much that we could communicate with animals. And that's just humans to animals. Then you go further to human to nature. I mean, scientists are all going through nature and greenery and all that, and then space and all that. Won't be able to, because no matter how much, if you don't put some sort of armor in and you go to space, you're gonna die. The same way, if you go into water, you're gonna drown. The same way, we can't really fly by ourselves unless it's with a plane. So that's just humans to nature. We can't exactly get it right. We can kind of modernize or fashionize our armor and our shelter and all that, but to actually say, I'm gonna go to space without wearing this shelter or this thing that they use, it just wouldn't happen. It would be like, you just die, the same way if you were to go down there, just kill you. You drown. So that's the same. That's humans to nature and humans to space. You haven't even got into the sun, to stars, to the moon, to other planets, to this and to that. It's like, that's with that. So now that's all in the world, now. So now break it further to the humans and to the actual creator who created everything. I mean, people say it's this and some people say it's that. But even if you want to call it whatever you want, you can't actually comprehend with the creator itself, because if it's so difficult for me to understand other human beings, then it's difficult even more to understand animals, then it's difficult for me to understand nature, and it's difficult for me to understand the planet, and it's difficult for me to understand the world, the universe, other languages, other whatever. Then me, the humans to the creator, it's like, we ain't even sorted ourselves out here. It's even hard here. So if the creator was to come down and tell you, I'm the creator, it's like me, if I made a laptop, I'm not gonna, and the laptop was bare shaking itself and saying, ooh, I wanna make myself, and it's researching, and it's like, ooh, and I gave it some sort of brain, and it's like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna make itself. I'm not gonna waste my time and go, hey, computer, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to make yourself like this and like that. It's a waste of time. I'm busy trying to make a better computer or do something else. And this thing is like, hey, how did you make me? And come down and show me right now. And all your fake, all your shit and all your crap. It wants to play. Like I wouldn't, me personally, wouldn't come down and spend time with this mobile phone or whatever that's shaking itself and making noise. Like, oh, I want to make myself. You know, it's like, okay, you know, if you want to, this is the resources that I've managed to give you. Like, here you go. Like, if you want to do that, you can. But I'm telling you, it's kind of a waste of time. So, whatever you guys think, you know, the creator is, I call it God. If you guys want to call it something else, then it's great. But to actually say that, oh, no, it's like nothing. We're just nothing. We just came here. We're just nothing, and you're just gonna die, and it's just nothing. I think it's a bit more than that. If I'm wrong, you guys can tell me. Like, the reason why I'm doing this, like, is for people to communicate. It's not an argument. I'm not arguing with anybody, and I'm not fighting. It's like for me to understand. Like, you know, I want to know loads of things. I want to know. You know, I'm not the type of person to be closed-minded, because I already know what I believe anyway. And you know, no matter what anybody comes and tell me stuff, I wouldn't shout at you, like, oh, you're wrong, yeah, you bastard, like, you're shit. I wouldn't do that. But you know, because I've already, you know, my mind is already set, my heart is set on something already. Like, if I've given my whole heart to something, I wouldn't be closed minded and say, oh, go away. I'll be like, yeah, I'm interested, because I have loads of friends from different cultures, different beliefs, different backgrounds, different understandings, and I go there and I, you know, communicate. So that's what I'm saying, because you know, to actually say that, it's just here, like, it's even complicated. Even ourselves, look at how much each other are hurting each other. We can't even understand each other, yeah, let alone understand nature, let alone understand animals, let alone understand space, let alone understand water, let alone understand, you know, we're even struggling right now, and it's so hard. And then, you know, you want to go further and say, you know, it's just made like that, you know, there's no creator, we're just there, innit? Like, it just came, big bang, you know, bang. Even if it was a big bang, that's how we know it, yeah. Because basically, the creator can only tell you what you know or what you can understand. If it was a big bang, it says big bang, then that's how we can understand. If we was to say, oh no, actually it's blah 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 blah, and I actually put this dust here, there, and you know, blah, and I put it all together, and then yeah, we wouldn't actually be able to comprehend, like, understand, because he even in the Bible said he uses sand or whatever. You'd be like, what do you mean, like, how can you just use sand? Because we can't understand, because he's talking about him making us. I mean, how can we understand? Like, he would tell you, yes, you have a heart, you have brains, you have, you know, yeah, you have fingers, you have blood, and in order for you guys to survive, you need to do this. But to actually say, it took me, because it says in the Bible, it took me 7 days. Yeah, 7 days to us is 24 hours times 7. But to him, before time was even made for us, yeah, time at that time could be time before time, or time is different times, or it could be 100 hours. So if he says 7 days, for us, it's for our understanding that it's 7 days. That's how we can understand. But if he was to say, actually, you know, it's took me 0.5, like, you know, we can't even understand our own languages, even in this earth right now. You know, I can barely understand tree. I know English, you know, but a bit of French. But the whole language in the world, yeah, it's hard for me to understand. So the language that they have, beyond humans, beyond animals, beyond space, beyond time, beyond light, beyond everything, it's gonna be mind consuming. So the creator doesn't want to come down and take up all your brain and be thinking, I'm gonna, what is it, and then, like, you know, it's gonna be so hard. It's even hard now. So, you know, it's giving you the basics, it's giving you the guidelines, it's giving you, you know, if you go to space, yeah, you can if you want. I'm giving you the ability to go to space, I'm giving you the ability to, you know, go underwater, I'm giving you the ability to fly, but you can't physically do it yourself, you know. need some sort of shelter, like I'm telling you, this is the guidelines, basics. I'm giving you can do it, and there's more to come. You're gonna find out more things about life. You're gonna find out more things about space. You're gonna find out more things about each other. You're gonna find out more things about animals and everything. But to actually get to the creator, let's just be said, even if the creator don't come down and actually say, hey, it's me, even if it says, hey, it's me, I don't know how many of you would actually say, if the creators come down, hey, I'm the creator, man, and then you'd be like, oh, really? Wow. You were thinking, whatever, shut up. You wouldn't be like, what the hell are you, like, you wouldn't even, in what form would it come? In what sense would it come to, like, actually say, yeah, I believe you, because even in my religion, we have faith and all that, and it's really difficult. I'm gonna go carry on about that in the next video, but even if it was to come down in any form of what? Come down in the form of wind, like, find it hard to actually say, oh, yeah. It's really hard to actually say, yeah, I believe that thing that came down and called itself the creator. Because if it was to come down right now in front of your face and be like, yes, created you, these are the details, write it down if you want, like, just list how it was done, and then you'd be like, okay, right, I wouldn't actually know what to say, to be honest. So, just think about it. I could be wrong, but that's what came into mind about the creation. It, like, it's just, even if how much you look at it or think about it, or even if the creator, you said, no, come down, we'll see you, and I want to know, like, tell me everything, and it comes down and it tells you everything, and some next language you don't understand, because English, this language that we all kind of know, but it could be in some next language, it could be some next form of formulas, some next complicated, because Earth itself is very complicated. Everything is complicated. Each other are complicated. To animals, I could say the same thing over and over again, but it's complicated. So the actual creator that actually made the world, even made the stars, the sun, the sky, water, the fact that humans could die from it, the whole thing, look at it, wow, step by step, even if it was to come down and explain, because even to explain the sun and the sky and how everything was made, imagine it coming down and actually explaining in depth how you actually did the star and the sun, how we die from it and all that. Like, that is crazy. And that's what came to mind. So many things came to my mind. This is just one video about creation that came to my mind. So I just want to know what you guys think, to be honest. Like, it's not an argument. I'm not angry. I'm just doing a video about what I think and what came into my mind. The next video is more about emotions. I say emotions because it's kind of long. I know you guys be sitting here watching me talking. It's not just for me talking like, oh, hi. No, it's just ideas, stuff that came into my mind, and so just want to know what you guys think. And yes, next video coming up is about kind of like ability and emotions and that invisible thing, what people guys call it, so I think I'm just gonna do it after this one. I think I'm gonna do most of it today because I have loads of stuff to do, and if If I don't say it, it's gonna be in my mind for a long time. So yes, next video is coming up soon now. So tell me what you guys think. Comment, like, whatever, and let me know. And whatever questions you have, we can answer it, or we can discuss it together. Like, I want us to be united. There's no point arguing. Like, there's no point fighting, because at the end of the day, we're all humans. Like, we wouldn't know what is beyond even planet, the universe, let alone beyond the actual creation. So all we can do is communicate with each other and be like, oh yeah, or yeah, where did you get that from? Like, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, you're shit, man, shut up, get on my face, chatting crap. I can't say that, because what your views, I mean, you've had that views for time, or you're getting some sort of ideas. So I can't be like, oh, rubbish, man, you get on my face, big head. It's just not right. So I just want to, yeah, just want to know it. Like, what's your views and all that. But yeah, no arguing. Mine is harmonious stuff. Like, share it. Like, oh, I don't agree, or I agree, or kind of makes sense, or that makes sense, or explain this and all that. Because I do have lots coming out of my head, and it's kind of crazy where it came from. Because before the day I came back from jogging, and I laid on the chair, not the bed, the chair in the sitting room. It's just weird. So that's why I want to explain, like, talk to you guys about it. So yeah, next video is coming up right now. This is the first time we're doing this, by the way, so if I talk too much, those who know me, I talk a lot. So just take your time and listen to me. And I want to know stuff in it. I want you to, like, explain to me that stuff. So yeah, next video coming up now. See you in a minute.